Portage Prairie Mutual Insurance has been around since 1884. Their CEO, Randy Clark, hasn't been around quite that long, but he has spent the last 46 years in the insurance business. ILStv sat down with Randy and asked him about Portage Mutual Insurance and about the insurance business in general.
The last 5 years we've had a relatively real good run. It's starting to deteriorate a little bit now. We've noticed that we've had a number of storms, catastrophes we call them, wind and hail, this past summer. So this year hasn't been very kind to us, but relatively speaking, the last 4 or 5 years we've had a pretty good, pretty profitable time. The last 10 years, probably the computerization has changed our business a lot in the last 10 years. If you go back 15 or 20, and wasn't that many years ago, we just started using fax machines, so that's pretty hard to follow. But yeah, it's changed a lot. A good part of our business is in the Maritimes, actually. We about 40% of our business is in the Maritimes, and then we write all across Canada, but we do have a fairly large presence on the west. Yeah. As a mutual, it's a Canadian mutual. It's easier for us to grow because consumer tends to look more Canadian these days than they have in the past. So so it's a little easier for us. No, we don't do any auto insurance at all. Manitoba Public Insurance have done that for some 30 years, I guess, now. Yeah. So, and they do a good job with it, although some of my compatriots wouldn't like me to say that, because it is government insurance, but they do a relatively good job. I look at the competitors' influence with the competitors as much as the reinsurers, because if you know your competitors, it's a lot easier to do your job.